Hey folks, welcome back to the Talos Principle 2 and the Anthropic Hills, where last time we entered the Somnodrome and spoke with Miltohim, an element of our own subconscious, who told us there's no great answer other than to follow our own compassion and empathy, because while we can't have a definitive rule set for what's right, we always know what's wrong. After we exited that, we held a news conference with the citizens of New Jerusalem and showed them, freely distributed everything we saw, allowing them to draw their own conclusions and learn their own lessons. And I returned to searching out this blue spark right over here that I've finally found after running around for about 20 minutes off camera. This is one of the 2-star puzzles in this area, so we're going to go grab this spark and chase it back to Prometheus. And then we're going to start working on puzzles, terminals, and other fun things here as we progress towards the end of the game and hopefully rescue our friend Byron. Alright, here comes the chase music. Let's see what kind of a merry pattern it leads us on this time. Oh, hello. Well, I guess we're taking a journey here. Let's see. I think we have to. Let's do it. Where's it going? Nice. Okay. Going down there? All right. Where to next? Leap of faith time, I guess? Oh boy, here we go. What the heck was that? We missed it. I went past it. But something down there flung us back upwards. And there's a purple ring here with some kind of something in it. Okay. Wait, where did it go? Where did we leave it? Wait, where did it go? Did it move? What flung us back upwards? Maybe I was meant to be flung up there and it moved? Oh boy, I think I've lost it now. That's no good. What flung me back upwards there, though? Was it the spark itself? It might have been. So, yikes. Now I gotta go find it. It's gonna be up here somewhere. I think. Because I don't see it down below. I don't think I should have jumped off after it flung me. Damn. Okay, there's nowhere to go but down now. Crap. Ah, tricksy little bastard, it got me. I think it's maybe gone over to near the star, so maybe we at least have some idea of a landmark we can orient towards as we navigate around to try and catch up with it wherever it went. Yeah, I think it's gone home. So we can go complete this now. That's good. We also found Pandora, and I'm pretty convinced we need to find a way to bring an activator to her, because there's no gate on her box this time. So, as we go through the puzzles, we're going to be looking for a way to break out, to jailbreak an activator. Where is it pointing? Huh, well it's pointing... Where is it pointing? Hold on. Let's use the camera a little bit here. Oh, look at that. No, I missed it. I did miss it. It's down there. So I missed the jump somehow. Let's see if I can get it from here. Yeah. So I jumped down here and I guess there's a big, I guess it's a blast of wind coming up from this valley. Pushed us back up. Let's see if I can make it happen this time. Okay, we got it. And then we got jumped back upwards by that weird wind. Let's see where it goes. Where are you going? You coming home? Nice. Okay, there we go. All right, Prometheus. Give me your pearl of wisdom.
To create, to understand, and to transform, these are the greatest acts of humankind.
To create, to understand, and to transform. I like that. All right. I think it's time to start solving puzzles. We'll find a few more question marks along the way. There's a few more terminals and things we haven't found. Maybe one more lost puzzle that we haven't done. Let's see if we can make our way to puzzle 1 and start there. Is this a dead end or what? Where's puzzle 1? West of us. Okay. There's a question mark down here that might be interesting to investigate. I guess it's across there. All right, let's go down here. We have whatever this is. It's a very vertical level. Lots of like blockages and it's kind of mazy. Lots of twisting paths and places you can't get to directly. Let's see what this is. Looks like a family conversation.
All right, she's booting up. Almost there.
Hello. I was in a dream, and a voice spoke to me from the sky. He said you were old friends of his. Who are you?
My name is Athena. I am your mother.
And I'm Cornelius, your father.
Thank you for creating me. I've not existed for very long, but so far it seems wonderful. I hope it's not a strange question. But, who am I?
You can be whoever you want to be. And no matter what you choose, you will be loved and cherished and supported.
We will always be there for you. And I promise, we will show you a world full of miracles. Would you like to pick a name?
I think I would like to be called Miranda.
What a beautiful moment. I haven't existed for very long, but it seems wonderful. God, she was something really special. Such a tragedy that she died so young. All right, puzzle number 1 is over there. I would like to see if I can get to it and start there. I'd like to do them in order. Yeah, we can go this way. And she chose her own name. Very interesting. Let's hop over this way. And then what? Another drop? I guess so. Yeah, we're gonna drop to here. Yeah, very convoluted area. Hard to get directly where you want to go. Kind of gotta feel your way there with drops and bridges and tunnels. We're close now. What is this? Puzzle 8? One is behind it somehow. Here we go. All right, we're closing in on puzzle 1 now. We do have a terminal here, so we'll check this out. Message from Liftraiser.
Sometimes new citizens come to me and they want to learn from me. My work appears to have created a legend of sorts. In these moments, I understand your situation. I want to teach them, but what they must learn the most is independence of thought. How does one resolve this contradiction? They wish to come along on my journeys, but I do not need a group of fawning acolytes following my every step. A journey truly worth undertaking is rarely easy. And so, I have begun to think of a much greater challenge. A journey that is almost impossible, to the far ends of the world without any mechanized means of transportation. This will be a true act of faith, and they will learn a great deal from it, if we survive.
That's where he disappeared to, huh? I understand his point. He is a stern and harsh man. He is very forceful in his opinions. And there is an element of care, there's an element of heart there, but it's buried beneath very thick walls of evaluation. He has trouble caring for someone who hasn't proven their worth to him, and his standards are so incredibly high that very few could ever do so. I understand why he left on the Great Mission. He left to try to force them, his acolytes, to become someone that he could regard as a peer, as an equal. Someone who wasn't asking for answers, someone who didn't have their hand out asking to be led. I think he's intensely lonely, because peers are very few and far between for him. I would like to meet him. I think we could give him a good conversation, but let's go ahead and get started with the puzzling. This one is called Universal Activation. All right. So, we have what appears to be an activator in there. Oh, I see. These are already powered, are they? No. What happens if we put it near there? Nothing. Well, okay, now I'm a bit confused. How do I power this? Oh, I can connect it. Okay. There we go. Now, if we place this, yeah, we can chain them. So this is activated by that activator and then puts out an activation field. Exhibit, are you paying attention? Yeah, I like that. Okay. So we can bring this kind of far over like this. And then chain the activation by placing this right here. That gets us through here. Very nice. Okay. Now what? Now we can do this a second time, but aim it. There we go. Now we can bring this through, and we've solved the puzzle. Very nice. Okay. So we learned something there. Activators can activate other activators. Do I have a way to get one of these guys out of here? I don't think so. I don't think we can deactivate a purple gate. There doesn't seem to be anything climbable here, although this may be a little bit. No, okay. I don't think I'm getting anything out of here. We can... We can check what it does to purple, but I don't think that's going to do anything either. No, it does not deactivate a purple gate. So we're done there. All right. Let's look for puzzle number 2. Puzzle number 2 would be next. Let's see. 2 is to this way. Okay. Are there more question marks on here? There's one more question mark over here, but it's probably not, yeah, it's probably not directly available. So let's follow the path for now. We'll just see what we find. If we have to hunt down a terminal later, we can. Let's peek around the edges, though. There could be little Easter eggs or discoverable items here. Nothing so far. Let's continue up. We'll head towards puzzle 2. Yakut, nothing new to say. All right. Here we go. Here's puzzle 2. This one's called Chain Reaction. Okay. Looks like... we can't access that or move it, so we can only use it to chain things together. Same with this one. Huh. We have to actually... Maybe this will open a gate. That opens one gate. Okay. We can take this out, I guess. And then... come over here. And then use this to open that gate. Get this one. Okay. Then I think we want to put one back in there, maybe? I don't think we can get far enough. I can't connect it to that. It has to be within the sphere. So I think we put it back in here now. Let's put it as far in as we can get and still see. Like this. That's not quite enough. Needs to be close enough to actually power the gate. So maybe like that? That just touches it. Let's see if that'll open the gate. It will. It'll keep the gate open. Okay. And then we can get a chain of these things like this. There we go. Puzzle solved. Alright, let's see if we can get one of these out. I don't think we will be able to this early. It'll probably be a later puzzle.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
It has a purpose, Hermanubis. It's meant to find someone from New Jerusalem who isn't intellectually lazy, who's accepted responsibility, who's matured into an adult and is willing to take responsibility for themselves, to choose, to solve the puzzles, to risk the danger, to grasp the flame, and move out into the cosmos and spread consciousness. That's the point. All right, I don't think we can get an activator out of that. Let's continue onwards to puzzle 3. Looking at the board, we have a question mark near puzzle 5. And have we done one of the lost puzzles? I can't remember. We've done one of them. We've done slides, so we need to find the second one. And I think it's... I only see one that we found, so that second question mark near 5 must be the other one. All right, let's continue on to puzzle 3. That's that way. There is a little something over here, but nothing in it. Okay. Onwards! We have already seen that terminal. Here we go. Here's puzzle number 3, it looks like. All right, this one's titled Permeability. Okay, well, we know that the purple gates are permeable to light sources. We have an activator here. Another activator and a drill inside there. So... Interesting, interesting. We need a way... We need a way to lower that blue gate. So let's see. If we start here... We can power that. Is that enough reach to get the blue gate open? If we put it right there, that gets this out. Okay, there we go. Now we can take the blue light from there. And yes, I see it. Okay, hold on. Let me move this out of the way like this. So we transfer this one over here to power the blue gate. That lets us hit the light source directly and power the blue gate from here. And then, oh no, then I don't have it. We can't transfer the blue light source. I guess we can get the second one out. Yeah, so now we have both of these out. And what if we put it far to the right like this? Then we can kind of aim at it from here. Is that enough? No, it's not close enough. How else would we get power out? Oh, it'll go through walls. It'll go through walls, won't it? So we can put this through the hole like that. And then we can go set this up here. Right in the corner, right? There we go. Nice. That's the other hint, or the other interpretation of the hint.
Good solve, 1K.
The wall is permeable to the activation field. So, can we get anything out here? I don't think so. There doesn't seem to be anything helpful for extricating or jailbreaking an activator. Let's check our social media feed. We have two things here. One, research. Alcatraz says burdened. To me, these statues don't look happy. These statues remind me of Atlas, who bore the celestial spheres on his back. They seem burdened, struggling with the weight of the world. Given what we heard the founder say about the goal, could it be that they're meant to send a message? That taking on the theory of everything would also be a burden we may not be able to bear? You might be right. We also have a warning here. Benaroya, 12, number 12, one of the 12 companions, says, I've tried to remain silent on the development of our city, to allow the younger generations to find their own path. But I feel that now I must intervene. We've reached a dangerous inflection point. This farcical, reactionary belief in the goal of limiting our growth will lead directly to the creation of a class society. The foundations already exist. Do you think the leaders of the various pseudo-secret societies that lobby for influence with the mayor are subject to the same power cuts as the rest of you? Do you think the mayor has to worry about how much power he uses? Societies which have essentially no resources may be egalitarian in some sense, but a society that produces insufficient resources, energy in our case, will inevitably evolve into a class society. History assures us of that. The true failure of our ancestors was not their impact on the ecosystem, which was epiphenomenal, but their failure to overcome primitive forms of resource distribution, allowing their fate to be determined by the interests of isolated elite groups. We are not avoiding that mistake, but creating the conditions for its repetition. In some sense, I agree with him here. There are 8 billion people on the Earth, and there is enough food to feed them all, but people still starve because our resource distribution is not equitable. It's not modernized, it's not invested in. The people who have the power have enough to eat, so they don't see the point in spending resources, money, wealth, manpower, labor, time, effort to build a resource distribution system which can overcome the limitations of the current one and ensure that everyone has enough to eat. We also have political problems, like in North Korea, right? The people there starve because the leader won't trade with the outside world, won't interact with the outside world in equitable ways. But a large amount of the starvation that happens in this world is not due to a lack of food. Anyway, I quite agree with what Benaroya is saying here. Jeremy replies, I assure you that no one is exempt from our power management and distribution plan. We're all in this together. Zagoran says, yeah, I totally believe that. Rodam says, I've always respected your scholarship, Benaroya. I will take this seriously and think about it. And Ovis says, some people have to lead and others have to follow. That's only natural. And of course, there should be advantages to being leader to encourage people. We have some options here. Benaroya's right. This is a future we must avoid. We can grow while avoiding the mistakes of the past. I basically agree with that. A class society is forming, but to fight it, we must reject all authority. Well, anarchy is no better than a tyranny. You have to do the work every day. Every member of society has to be aware of their civic responsibilities and contribute. It's not just about like voting for the right person. It's about doing the work to educate yourself. And if there is no right person, to stepping forward and offering your leadership into the ring. I don't think a class society is forming. A society without growth will be equal and balanced. That's terrible. I disagree with Benaroya's historical analysis, but he's right that limiting growth will lead to an unjust society. Disagree. Ovis is correct. What did Ovis say? Some people have to lead and others have to follow? Yikes. I agree with Benaroya. It's a future we must avoid. We can grow while avoiding the mistakes of the past. Benaroya says, thank you, 1K. It's encouraging to see that the value of freedom has not been entirely forgotten in New Jerusalem. A society without resources is an unfree society, and only with freedom can civilization truly thrive. I think the earlier generation has learned a lot from their long lives. And I think they've demonstrated their restraint and their fairness by giving the younger generation a chance to decide for themselves, but they've dropped the ball. Okay, the fact that we're this close to Pandora makes me wonder if maybe we can't find a way to get something out of the puzzle we were just in. We were just in 3, right? Where's 3? Yeah, we're very close. Oh, yeah, it was hard to see this. Is there a way I can extract one of these guys? I mean, like, if we had infinite numbers of them, we could chain the activation from outside the puzzle, but I don't think that's what we're doing. We can't take it through a purple gate. Could there be, like, another metal wall we could drill through that I missed somehow, or... Like, there's nothing climbable. I don't see how we get one of them out of this puzzle. I just don't. Maybe from 4? That could be considered close as well. Or maybe we're just like... Maybe we're just powering this beam from nearby and the actual activator that we need to bring here would come from somewhere else. I don't know yet. Let's go take a look at the other puzzles. Let's not get too bogged down just yet in ideas about how to solve that. This is promising. All right, this looks like puzzle number 4. Oh, hello, Melville.
Yes?
Do you think I did the right thing with the Somnodrome?
I do, but I also don't really care all that much. I think what really matters is what we do about the theory of everything. The rest is a footnote.
Fair enough. I should get back to work. All right, let's look at puzzle number 4. Conveyance. Okay. So we have a jammer, which we need to get through. So there's really no choice here. We have to use that there first. We've got an activator, and we've got... Oh, now this is interesting. Where do we have a light source? Okay, I think I understand. So we have to set things up so that we can come through here and use the jammer and have something happen. What do we want to have happen? How do we get that connector? You know what? We can self-power this. No, we can't. It doesn't work that way. Or yes, we can. All we have to do is leave it there, open it for a second. Now, now it'll keep this open. Okay, so that's one thing we could do. I guess we can do the same thing over here, actually. Or no, we can't. So like we can open this. And then that activates, but then we can't go through. So we kind of need to figure out how are we going to get the jammer through, or how do we get this connector out? What else do we have? Can we get both the gate? Oh, we can go like this, right? Can we get both of these gates at the same time? That's not quite where it would need to be. So, like, if we drop it there, I think it hits both gates. I think that hits both gates. Let's see. It does. Nice. Okay. Okay. We're done with you. Aside from the fact that we're probably going to need the light source to activate. So I think we want to power this and have it move. I'm not sure why yet, but I think we do. That's now powering itself, so this will keep moving. No. Oh. This has to be on top, doesn't it? Okay. So why... Oh, I can jam the... I did not think about that, but I can jam this thing too, huh? Okay. That's kind of interesting. Let's jam it here. Or maybe just run with it? I don't know. We can jam that, and then we can get through. Okay, very cool. All right. That's an interesting one. So you can jam the servitor to slow it down. Okay. Now let's see if...
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but should you?
Okay.
You can, but should you? Let's take the activator for a moment. Is there anywhere along this path that we can kind of... Like, could I jump on that from... if we move this closer? Where's the jammer? I want to be ready to jam this. Okay. It's almost in the center there. Okay. So I can't jump on this while this is here. Oh, it's... Okay, let's disable this then. There we go. Now we can unjam it and it won't move. Take this off. Now this is odd. There we go. Now can I can jump up here. Okay. That's something. I don't think I can get out from here, but I can hit walls of that height and then maybe do something. Like, maybe I can jump on here and get out that way with this activator. Hold on. Let's bring it to like here-ish and see if that works. Maybe a little bit further. Huh. Is that higher than those were? That's weird that I could get here. I could get on this, but I couldn't get on... I can't get on that? Where could I get from here? There's no box. There's no hexahedron, so I can't use that to make it easier on myself. Seems like I should be able to... If I can make that, I feel like I should be able to make this. It was closer. It was very close to this. There's a little bit more distance here. I mean, we've got angles here, but they're too steep. Feels like I'm on the... It feels like I should be able to make this happen, but I'm... Like a little bit more. Yeah, it's not helping me out here. So if I'm here, I can get on that, and then what? Can I do anything? I can't really jump anywhere from there. What if we bring it all the way over here? Is there anything I could maybe hit? Like, I could maybe hit that tiny little lip. No. All right, we'll keep this puzzle number 4 in mind as a possibility. There's some... I can get up some places. Feels like there's nowhere to go from there. Maybe it's just meant to help us learn that we can get from a moved servitor to an interesting position. Feels like maybe there's a possibility here that I haven't quite sussed out, but we'll leave this one for now. And we'll move on to puzzle 5. There is also a lost... There's a... I think the second lost puzzle back here. Should we check that out? Where is it? Back behind here? Yeah. Okay. Here's our second lost puzzle. Let's take a look at this one. 2 to 3. Okay, so I think what we need to do is get this over here. That should chain activate. Oh, that's not a connector. Or that's not an activator. Can I get it so it hits both of them? That hits that and keeps that open, and it lets us get in here. Okay. So... we can bring this out here. What does that let us do? We need to move it inside here. But how do I move this? I can chain like this, but that doesn't... No, that doesn't do anything, huh? I must admit to being a little confused about this one. I don't see how we can move this inside because it's required to be active and stationary for this to open. I guess we have to move it... We move it like here. It can get 3 of them, maybe? Can it get all 3? Okay, it would have to be back in a little bit. It has to be back a little bit. Like that. Oh, it actually shows it's got 3 gates. Okay. That holds all 3 open. Nice. Okay. Then we get the inverter. So I guess we have to move this way back. Like way, way back. Like here. And then see if we can aim at that from with this. You can just see it. Nice. Okay. So there's that. There's the solution. Do we see a way? Anything we can jump on or climb over? Not really.
Athena created something amazing. They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure. But in fact, it was Miranda.
Yeah, absolutely, it was Miranda.
Because they couldn't see that, they lost her.
We have a little bit of... Before we get into Puzzle 5, we've got something on the social media here. Mayor Hermanubis. Lebistro says, I'm sorry. I know Mayor Herman worked hard and helped pull the city out of a period of crisis, but this isn't the future we deserve. None of us. We all deserve better. Franklin says, yeah, we should have listened to Byron. Budaha says, I always told myself all those public debates were boring. Who wants to get involved in city affairs? And lately I've been thinking, yeah, that's why there's so much stuff I'm unhappy about. Because we all collectively gave up trying. Arinia says, maybe things can finally change. You have no idea how badly I need something new to happen. Niam says, we have the potential to imagine a better world, and if we can imagine it, then we can make it happen. Trinculo says, you're all delusional, nothing will ever get better. And Damien says, you're only saying that because you've never known a world where things get better. You think the tiny sliver of history you've experienced is all there is, because that's all Mayor Herman has ever allowed you to see. But there's so much more. Jeremy says, this is not the place for personal attacks on the mayor. Thread closed. Yeah, Damien went a little too far there. But, so, my problem with Hermanubis is that his attitude seems to be too conservative, but I can't tell whether he's doing what he thinks is right and is just mistaken, like honestly mistaken, or if he knows better, but he's keeping people in this negative thought space because it empowers him to remain as mayor. I don't see why he would care about being mayor if it wasn't to make things better, but then I've never understood people who want to power for the wrong reasons. I think most of us would not want to be a leader. Like most of us, I think, if you really think about it, wouldn't want to be the president of the United States because it's 16-hour days for 4 to 8 years where everyone everywhere is attacking you all the time. You can't really trust anyone. And you have all this responsibility that if you take your oath seriously, if you're an honest person, you try to do your best and you're inevitably going to fail a lot. I mean, the stress and the exhaustion that must come from doing that job to the best of your ability, which I think most of us would do because we take it seriously. Must be it just wrecks a person. I think that's why, if we're honest, most of us wouldn't want to be in that position, because some folks will see the power and the privilege and the trappings and the respect and the fame and be like, yeah, I'd love to be president. But I don't know if those are the people who would be willing to do the job well. And those of us who should have the job, who not only could do the job, but would do the job to the best of our ability, would never want to, because it would take so much. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop for today. When we come back, we'll focus on the remainder of the puzzles. We've done both Lost puzzles now, as well as 1 through 4. So we've got 5 through 8 and the star puzzle to find. And then we've got the last area, and hopefully we can save Byron and set New Jerusalem on a better path to a better future. I hope so. Anyway, but that is going to be it for this time. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.